Hi, this is Kate at Untamed Apothecary, and I'm here today to show you how to put together your dressed broom. So whether or not you've bought a kit from the shop or whether you're doing this yourself, I'm just going to show you very quickly and easily how to put together a beautiful besom bloom for the fall, harvest, Samhain and Halloween season. So what you'll first need is a little collection of dried flowers. I've got some beautiful dried hydrangea here and a collection of grasses and other fall themed plants, and I'm just going to pop those out on the table there. You'll need a cinnamon broom. You could scale this up or you could do it this size like there is in the kit, and then you're going to need some twine, and you're going to need some good scissors, and then little trimmings and things for you to do your decorating with. Now once you've got all those in place, it's a relatively simple task and really joyful. Make yourself a nice cup of tea and get a nice apple cider and get yourself into the fall spirit. I'm just going to basically cut myself some string here because it's going to make my life a bit easier in a minute when I have put my flowers together in an arrangement I want, and I don't want to be messing around then getting hold of the string, and pop that there for a second. And then this really is a very creative process. There's no right or wrong way to do this. This is just a case of you following your intuition of what you'd like to put on. Now, I tend to go for the slightly bushier items to start with, and you just start to see I'm just starting to lay those on here. I'm going to sort of bring up, for me, I'm going to do a darker palette at the back and then maybe bring in some of the lighter ones on the top. But once you start to build it, you might want to change your mind on things and sort of swap things around a little bit. You can start to see how easily and delightfully that's beginning to take shape. In fact, I'm actually pushing this cream one back a little bit because it's a little bit too bold against the dark, and I'm not sure I'm going to be using all of these, so whatever I have left over I can put in a little jar to make a little extra bouquet. And these really cute little yellow flowers, just adding a little pop of colour there. And you can see I'm just holding it here with my thumb and then just building it up, and you know, some of it might escape you a little bit, and that's okay. You can just pull it back in like that until you get the shape that you're happy with. This hydrangea is beautiful, so I'm going to just stick it up here quite high, and you can see that I started to get the shape of my broom. Now, I'm very grateful that I took my cord earlier and cut it, because I'm going to use my finger here to just clasp that there. I'm going to wrap tightly around my broom like so. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit messy at this stage, because you can always tidy all these things up. You're going to turn it over and you're going to give it a really good tight knot here, and then you're going to just pull through some of these grasses a little bit if you want to have a different kind of composition. Pull some up. That's looking good. And then what you're going to do is you're going to trim off your excess here, so you've got a nice clean edge. Okay, it should start to look like something like that. You've got a nice space here. And then taking some more twine. I quite like this gap here because what that's allowed me to do is to leave space for my charm. So I'm going to take some more twine here, and I'm going to thread it through my charm, and I'm going to then put that here on the back like so. Give it a good little snip, and then sort of tidy it all up. And there I have my beautiful dressed broom for fall. And I've also got a few little remaining bits here. Now, if you buy the kit, you'll actually get in there a little glass jar, which I'll just get for you now. So here's the little jar that also comes in your kit for any spares that you have. And then you can just pull these together. Maybe add a few little grasses from your garden or whatever into that, and using a little bit of string, just tighten those off. course, because I'm doing this on film, being a little bit clumsy. And give them a good tie, snip them off, snip them down, and then you've also got a really cute little jar of autumnal flowers. And if you've got some charms left over, it's actually really nice to just get some thread, and then you can thread the spare charms on. Get a little knot there so it holds it in place on the thread, and then you can pop it round the neck of your jar like that. A little bow on it. Take those out for a second while I do this bow. Trim it down. And there you have a lovely little mini vase of flowers for the side of your bed or for your mini altar, etc. And there you have your dressed broom and your spare little flower set. So either if you can gather these things yourself in the next few months, or if you're interested, you can get yourself an Untamed Apothecary kit like this, with everything in it that you need. So that's got the bit of history of the broom in there, it's got some dried flowers, it's got the broom, it's got the twine and the charms. So happy making, everybody.